The Flower Garland Sutra, or Avatamsaka Sutra. Homage to the original teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. Introduction, Video 3. My dear children, in the last two videos, we explored the first three aggregates, form, feeling, and perception, and examined the workings of the 8 consciousnesses. Today, I want to guide you further, to clearly see the 5 aggregates and the 18 elements. These are two different frameworks of analysis, yet both reveal the composite, conditioned nature of this body and mind. Without mindfulness, both become chains that bind us in samsara. But with wise contemplation, they opened the very gate of liberation. Part 1. The 5 aggregates, 5 pieces of body and mind. The Buddha taught that there is no real self. What we call a person is only the combination of 5 aggregates. 1. Form, rupa, the body of 4 elements, earth, water, wind, and fire. From this body arise the 5 sense faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body, enabling us to contact the world. 2. Feeling, vedana, all sensations that arise when the faculties contact objects, happiness, sadness, pleasure, pain, like and dislike. 3. Perception, the store of images, memories, and imagination. 4. Mental formations, samskaras, all volitions, intentions, reactions, and karmic activities through body, speech, and mind. 5. Consciousness, the 6 consciousnesses of sense contact and the underlying flow of storehouse consciousness. Together, these 5 aggregates weave what we call a person, but in truth, they are just ongoing processes with no permanent self within. The Buddha said the 5 aggregates are a burden. The burden bearer is the being. To lay down the burden is liberation. Part 2. The 18 elements, faculties, objects, and consciousnesses. In another analysis, the Buddha divided all experience into 18 elements, 6 faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. 6 objects, form, sound, smell, taste, touch, and mental objects, dharmas. And 6 consciousnesses, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness. Faculties are doors, objects are the outer scenes, and consciousness is the knowing that arises when faculty meets object. For example, when the eye sees a flower, eye consciousness arises. When the ear hears a bell, ear consciousness arises. When the mind recalls a memory, mind consciousness contacts a mental object. Thus, all human experience is contained within these 18 elements. Part 3. The 5 aggregates and the 18 elements. 2 views, 1 flow. Are the 5 aggregates and the 18 elements different? The 5 aggregates divide body and mind into 5 broad categories: body, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. The 18 elements analyze more precisely into 3 sets: faculties, objects, and consciousnesses. But in reality, both point to the same continuous flow of body and mind. For example, when the eye sees a flower, that is eye consciousness in the 18 elements. A pleasant feeling arises, that is the feeling aggregate. The image of the flower is stored, that is the perception aggregate. the wish to pluck the flower arises. That is the mental formation aggregate. I consciousness recognizes the flower, and mind consciousness labels, "This red rose is beautiful." That is the consciousness aggregate. So, in a small moment, both the 18 elements and the 5 aggregates are at play. 2 systems of analysis, but in essence, 2 sides of one process. Part 4. Ignorance turns both into chains. My dear children, the problem does not lie in the 5 aggregates or the 18 elements, but in ignorance. Without mindfulness, we cling to the aggregates as self or mine. We claim, I am happy, I am sad, I am thinking. Without mindfulness, we cling to the 18 elements. We mistake eye or ear as self. We grasp sights and sounds as truly real. Consciousness arises, and immediately we get caught in judgments: better, worse, good, bad, like, dislike. Because of this ignorance, both the 5 aggregates and the 18 elements become ropes that bind beings to the endless cycle of birth and death. Part 5. Mindfulness, seeing their empty nature. In practice, you must contemplate step by step. The body of 4 elements, form aggregate, is not self. Feelings, feeling aggregate, are not self. Memories and imaginations, perception aggregate, are not self. Mental volitions and actions, mental formation aggregate, are not self. Discriminating consciousness is also not self. Likewise, contemplate the 18 elements, the 6 faculties, not self, the 6 objects, not self, the 6 consciousnesses, not self. All are conditioned, composite, without inherent self. Seeing this, clinging to self falls away. When ego clinging dissolves, the aggregates and the elements return to their true nature, mere dependent phenomena, arising and ceasing, no longer binding. Part 6. The unconditioned wisdom shines forth. My dear children, when there is no clinging to self in the aggregates, no attachment to the elements, what remains? Only the clear knowing, not sorrow, not joy, not labeling, not adding anything. This is the unconditioned wisdom, Tri Wosu, not produced by study, not given by anyone, not dependent on any phenomenon. It has always been present in everyone, but covered by ignorance and ego clinging. When these are released, it appears, radiant, silent, selfless, beyond all dharmas. Conclusion. End of video 3. My dear children, today I have shown you the 5 aggregates and the 18 elements are 2 analytical frameworks for the same flow of body and mind. Under ignorance, both become burdens, chains of samsara. But with mindfulness, seeing them as empty and conditioned, they no longer bind. At that very moment, the unconditioned wisdom, the luminous knowing always present, shines forth in this very here and now. This is the gate of liberation the Buddha revealed. Homage to the original teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha.